If I know, but I know the first they saw a juggle, they said, "What the fuck is going on?"
Which?
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Wafik, or Feek, with my co-host, my other host.
It's your co-host Dana Dane in the building. Excuse me. And welcome to episode 107.
Yes, sir.
We really do appreciate everybody's engagement in the Predator Badlands review. Almost at 100 views right now. We appreciate all that support. If y'all haven't seen the movie, first you need to stop what you're doing. Go to this theater, watch it. Then come back, engage in our dialogue we have in this conversation. But again, thanks for all the subscriptions. Thanks for all the support. If you want to continue to support monetarily, we do have a way for you to do that in the chat, in the description below. In the description below is where you can donate 17 cents a day. That's $5 a month. You can send that the redacted way.
Yes, sir.
Today we have
17.5
same color
redacted shirt.
But today we have a list of different topics for you guys. My Hero Academia, other movies and current watches we've had, different things. Is AI taking over the movie space? And what I mean by that is, are these leaks AI? Have you been seeing that?
Oh, them set photo. That's not real, bro. I refuse to believe that picture was real. It looked too.
But we'll get into all that.
Yeah.
Throughout the show. But Feek, you had a topic for us you wanted to discuss today.
Oh yeah,
that
just
I'm not privy to.
Yeah, so this topic is just an opening topic. It's just something that was kind of the premise of this, right? I was playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I was in not game chat. I was in like the party chat, just talking to Ronaldo, and I forgot what game he was playing, but I was doing a mission, and obviously Assassin's Creed, you got to assassinate people, and I was thinking, I was like, whenever people talk about like, damn, I grew up in the wrong time, I said, nah, I grew up in the right time. Cause could you imagine being back in the day that nigga just jumped through your window and assassinate you, bro? Bro.
Well, imagine you had the worst day at work. Nigga, you work at the fucking blacksmith. You ain't make no money. You just a shitty ass father. Cause
Ain't make
back
no
then, damn
shingle.
near, you had to provide for your kids. You ain't make no money. You come back home with your wife shit on you like, where the bread at? You got hungry ass kids crying at you.
Bro, and next thing you see is a figure. Bro. And then, bro, did you just see a fucking knife fly at you, bro? What the?
Bro, you on your bathroom, you see a fucking twinkle?
Bro, because I was telling, bro, because it went on, because I was saying, like, okay, I said, that shit crazy, because, like, niggas legit used to go to, like, say, like, the local market. And it could be a nigga that it's just could you imagine?
Dude, you
Like,
just bump into the nigga, now he just poisoned you, and you didn't even realize.
bro. And then I thought about, like, bro, back in the day, granted, this can still happen now. It still does happen, but, like, niggas used to get bugged, bro.
But like the way niggas get bugged now, the way niggas got bugged back then, like,
bro, it's different.
They would literally just run up on you,
bro. Alleyways. Now I see, like, bro. It's crazy because back then, like, you really, like, you legit had to catch somebody red-handed, bro, and even then they could still lie. Like, you can see you commit a murder.
That's one thing that would give me so much, because obviously for those who know me, I'm a big kung fu movie fan. But like they have these movies where literally the 5 Deadly Venoms, they framed a nigga, and it's literally all this word of mouth and like who saw what. Niggas could get paid off all what, and don't let the fucking justice system be corrupt or be tied to the mob or whoever owns that town.
You're done.
Nigga, one of the Venoms was framed for killing somebody. but it was another one of the evil Venoms, and it was like, oh, the witness that saw it, he was like, oh, it was guy he was short with long hair and looked a little old, and then nigga went back to his cell holding. Them niggas whooped his ass and was like, you're gonna go in that fucking you're gonna go on trial and you're gonna say this man did. It was the other good Venom,
Yeah,
the Toad. And he was like, but that's not who I seen. I was like, he just kept slapping him like, I don't give a fuck.
bro.
This is
That's
what you're gonna say.
that's the crazy thing, bro. Like they legit. It was no cameras, no phones. Even now, stuff still could be changed, but it was nothing. Like, could you
Nothing.
imagine? Could you imagine? Right, you got off work, you walking down the street, they can just throw you into an alley. They just steal everything, bro. And then you couldn't call nobody. You just had to get up and keep
No.
walking
You had
home.
to scream. And then niggas, if somebody cared, they probably was getting killed too in the alleyway screaming for your life. Ah!
Bro, could you imagine? Niggas jump you.
Oh,
Oh, you guys, your
don't
clothes.
let you be black neither.
Oh, bro. No, you're done, bro. Bro, they take your wallet, your money. You then you like, damn, I still gotta walk home. Imagine you get mugged again, and now
Yo,
these niggas took your clothes, and now you just a
now you
boxer,
just then now you get killed because you fucking sex offender. You out in the fucking street butt ass naked, bro. This this just made me remember that TikTok you sent me where it's just like niggas would be going, niggas would kill fine shit just because they was a little odd. Well, imagine getting burnt at the stake
because you can read.
because
Like
you
what
can
the
read. Imagine getting burned at the stake because you knew 2 + 2 is 4.
bro? I know back in the day, like if I know, but I know the first nigga they saw a juggle, they said, "What the fuck is going on?"
Which, well, imagine. I know this shit had to happen back then. Your wife, you and your wife, you're gonna do it, but then some other dude swoops in, takes your wife. You know damn well that nigga that got his bitch went to that church and was like, witch, witch, she's a witch burner.
Bro, that shit is crazy. Like I'm laughing
No,
just because how crazy it is. I'm not laughing at the fact stuff happened, but like just imagining that shit happened, bro. It's
bro,
like,
niggas was getting burnt at the stake because they was teaching niggas how to heal. You heal someone of fucking the bubonic plague. They're like, this ain't of God. You're a witch.
nigga, you seasoned your food too much. They said blasphemous. Like what? No, bro. But so yeah, so that's why I was like, bro, nah, when people say they living in the wrong time, not me, buddy.
No.
I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with no
Things ain't
assassins.
great, but back then,
I don't want to deal with no
I don't want
assassins,
to do none of
no
that shit.
witchcraft, no none of that where they was getting slatted in the streets, boy. It still happens, but
For
they were getting
anything.
slatted. And then, and this is the last little bit on this topic, but the other thing I was thinking about was like when it came to catching people red-handed, how many people didn't really have credentials, bro? Like back in the day, doctors, bro, I sprained my
You
ankle,
literally had niggas
bro.
like fucking Dr. Barber from Flapjack. Niggas was cutting hair in one room, doing surgery.
Bro, could you, bro? I want
You
to know
could
how
get
many
cut
of these.
by the same nigga and literally get cut by the same nigga.
I want to know how many of these small towns had just. Not gonna lie, some of these niggas was probably serial killers. Just like the niggas was trying not to break their ankle. They said he'll chop it off.
They're like, yeah, we're out of milk in the puppy, so we're gonna have to go with desperate measures. We're gonna have to cut this shit off.
Nigga go in with a sprained wrist. They amputate his whole arm. Like what is happening?
Dude. But moving
Yeah.
on before this becomes the whole fucking episode.
Ooh.
So recently I went and saw the movie Bougonia,
Hmm.
and just kind of talking about some current watches, some recent past watches that I've seen. So did see that movie Bougonia. That shit was crazy. Pretty much premise you need to understand going in is two people conspiracy theorists to the T, like
Yeah.
from the lifestyle to whatever. They're the ones that believe aliens are on this earth and they're taking over our society. So
Okay.
they kidnap somebody, like this head CEO woman, which is Amelia. If I say Amelia Blunt, look up the cast. But pretty much they take like this high CEO woman,
Hmm.
Emma Stone. I'm like, that ain't Amelia Blunt, but Emma Stone's character, and basically hold her hostage because they believe she's an alien, like a higher ranking alien, and they're like, you're gonna bring your ship down here and tell them to leave. But she's like the whole movie. I'm like, y'all niggas are crazy. I'm
Yeah.
not no fucking alien.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the movie, and man,
It's wild.
it gets wild. It gets crazy, and it's like Jesse Plemons, the dirty Matt Damon. He, everyone in this movie acts their ass off. For one, like everyone's performance is so believable. Like it's just like you're almost like in the room right there too. I'm like, bro, and then it's almost like because the movie really follows Jesse Plemons and the other guy he's with. His name's Aiden Delbus, but in the movie
Hmm.
their names Jesse's name is Teddy and Don.
Okay.
So there you follow those two mainly. But as I'm watching, I'm like, these people are not the good guys. Like they're just out here randomly kidnapping folks. Like
They doing that medieval shit.
bro, and it's just like there's a scene in there that's damn near so graphic. It's like, yo, this is this is wild.
Okay.
But if you have not, that's my quick non-spoiler review because Speak has not seen the movie yet. But if y'all have not seen that, and it's if it's still in theaters near you, I would say go watch it. It's probably out the theaters now with Wicked for Good in that bitch. Man, when I passed by that theater, because I went there, and we'll talk about this movie in a little bit, but I went there to see The Running Man,
Hmm.
and yesterday, the parking lot packed. The parking lot's been packed since fucking Thursday because of Wicked for Good.
I was
Everybody
gonna say
and their
Wicked did come out.
mama was there. Pink and green, green and pink. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a bitch in there with fucking green face. I literally seen someone in there with like a full fledged Wicked sweater,
Yeah, they
pink
don't play about
bedazzled,
that
all
Wicked,
that
man.
shit.
They
It
don't
gets
play
wicked.
about it. I still need to go see it though. The second one.
I do too. I do I'm gonna see it, but I'm not seeing it this weekend.
Yeah. I heard like mixed reviews. I've heard it's good, but I've heard people also say it's not as good as the first one,
Hmm.
or like some of the songs didn't hit as much. So we'll see.
Well, I can see I one thing I can see I can see that, but it's just like the play in itself is like one continuation. They just broke it up into like two epic parts. So it's like I can, the music is still gonna be the same, and like with how I don't want to say revolution, but how much of a movement that first one was,
Hmm.
it's kind of hard to replicate that in this second iteration. So it's like a year removed from that first movie. I can get if it came out in 2026. If it came out any later than 2026, 2027, then I don't know if it would have had a lot of it would have had a lot of hype, but it would have had a lot of expectations. I think they did right by probably just doing it, breaking it up, and doing it by a year. Because what I'm sure they did was they recorded everything,
Yeah,
and then it was like, we'll just do these as two separate movies.
that makes sense.
But moving on to the movie I just named earlier, so The Running Man,
Ooh,
which we did see, so we can have a mini kind of full review on this. But pretty much the premise you need to understand. First of all, this movie is a remake to the original 1987 Running Man, The Running Man movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger in there. Um, the premise of that movie is slightly different, but at its core, it's still the same. You got a
Mhm.
dude who ain't really got shit to lose in a game show where he's winning $1 million at the end or X amount of money for his family. But in the first one, in Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's pretty much an inmate that's framed for I think killing his wife.
Yeah,
But in this one, he's uh why can I not? Glenn Powell's character, Ben Richards, is pretty much a low class worker, just the blue collar man.
yeah,
I thought that shit was funny because he had that Carhartt jacket on. I'm like, yeah, this blue collar for sure. Also, the marketing in this movie, they had all kinds of name brand shit.
bro.
Fucking
What,
Carhartt, Monster,
bro? That
uh,
that alcohol drink that they was
Liquid
drinking,
Death.
I was like, I swear I've seen that on like before.
Which one?
The one they gave him when he was in the when they put him up in that hotel right before the race started. I don't know the
Oh
brand, but
yeah.
I've seen it before.
But pretty much, you you don't need to have seen the remake to understand this movie. It's a remake for a reason. And I think where this movie separates itself from the 1987 movie is it doesn't take itself serious because the premise in itself is ridiculous. You
Yeah.
got to because do you remember that movie, The Game?
Mm-mm.
It's a movie, so pretty much it's kind of similar. It's this dystopian Earth, America, but like there's these inmates in this prison, and you get freedom if you basically become this playable character in this game. So the main character who in the movie, I'm trying to remember who that was, but it was pretty much I can't remember the dude's name. But main character, you follow him, he's this inmate who's trying to get free, but he's like, look, you'll earn your freedom if you play this game and you win. So, and the thing is, they put this chip in your mind and someone else that is playing you.
Oh wow. Okay.
But it's like real work. It's like obviously the dude playing you, they don't really like they know it's a game, so it's like they don't really have any care about the character they're playing.
Yeah.
But
That's
these
kind of
are
like
real inmates.
that premise is similar to how, well, not the premise itself, but like controlling stuff and kind of being aware or not aware. That's almost like Ender's Game, that movie and
Yeah.
book, when they had them controlling the kids, controlling like the battles, and they told them it was all simulation, but it was actually them actually at war, but they didn't figure out to the very end.
Gamer. That's what the movie was called. It was Gerard Butler in there. Yeah, it was a death row inmate, but he was playing like this Slayer game. So it's like going back to the Running Man. It's you earn money going on these game shows, but the Running Man is a game show is a game show in the universe where obviously if
You
you
get a
win X
billion.
amount of money, but nobody ever wins, which is why they keep playing this game.
Yeah. I think overall though, for the movie, I really enjoyed it. I like that it was very straightforward. I didn't really need no with it, even from the trailers. I kind of knew it was going to be straightforward. You kind of got what the plot was going to be. Premise: don't trust big corporations.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
Like
the
don't
main
trust
thing.
big media. Everything's not what it seems.
Yeah,
I
things
thought
can be
it was
altered.
funny that they kind of tied like a little bit of and maybe I'm giving the well I'm not gonna say that, but like with the whole AI shit,
Yeah,
there's a
when they
scene in the movie
changed.
where he recorded one thing and they obviously changed it to
Mhm.
fit their ratings and narrative that they wanted to push and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
the
I,
mess was good. But like you said, the movie is pretty simple. A lot, a lot of action.
yeah,
Basically, damn near from jump.
yeah, and that was a good thing about it. I think, I think you need in the world of deep meaning movies and all this other stuff, you sometimes just need a movie that's just a pure movie. It's just action, stuff on the screen, fast paced, and it's
Right.
over. So I really
Exactly. Like
enjoyed that about it.
we don't need this to be a blockbuster. We don't need this to be an Oscar nomination. This is a '80s remake, which I think in order to make '80s remakes work, you have to understand the time period this came from, the audience were pushing it now, and not take it so serious, which a lot of those '80s movies did.
Hmm.
Like understand this concept is ridiculous, which I think also added to the humor in this movie. It didn't feel forced
Yeah,
or like it when at times where it was over the top, it worked because again we're in this dystopian universe. Like we got people, we're basically in fucking gladiator time with Earthlings watching people die because they ain't got shit else better to do,
yeah. I
and
will
big
say,
corporations taking over.
yeah, I will say one thing I really did like though, the acting was very good. Coleman Domingo's character, I really
Yeah,
his character was funny, and it was a line he said. It was I forgot what it was like during either one of the first broadcasts, one of the middle broadcasts. He was like, this is your right as an. I think he was like, this is your right as an American to. He pretty much said to kill and have enjoyment. That wasn't
yeah,
that
he
wasn't
did
verbatim what
say
he
that.
said, but it was like it was like it was
It
like
was along
something
those
carnage
lines.
or something, and I was like, that is a great line in a movie. But I really enjoyed his character. Um, Josh Brolin. Um, his character as well. And one thing, Josh Brolin, he been acting his ass off this year. He always has, but this year I was
Yeah,
like, I said, okay, okay,
like like we forget he's more than just the big purple nigga in Avengers.
exactly. Yeah, so
So
he did good. Glenn Powell, I liked how his character was interacting. Um, who else was in? Jamie Lawson.
mhm. There was a scene in there that made me bust out laughing when it was Glenn Powell and he was with that little kid, that Riley looking ass nigga, and
Oh,
what did he say? He was like he said some
was
goofy
like my
ass
brother
shit.
gonna beat you up. That part.
Yeah, or it was something like he was like, "Oh, my brother gonna get you," or he said someone was like, "No, we gotta save you from all this bullshit." Or it was in that. Damn, I hate that I can't
Oh,
remember this,
ooh.
but it was some
He
shitty shit in
said,
there. I'm like, this nigga funny as hell.
I know what you're talking about because it's when they were still outside before they went into their house.
Hmm.
I forgot. I forgot what it was.
I also did think like so the obviously the currency they had like the new dollars or whatever.
Oh,
I thought
bro,
that was funny because it had Arnold Schwarzenegger on
bro.
there,
When I saw his face, I burst out laughing.
and obviously he was in the original Running Man. So I thought that was a nice little nod to the remake in that sense.
Hmm. Yeah,
I thought we were gonna see him at some point.
yeah. But overall, I think it was a very good movie. I think this definitely is an action movie you should see in theaters. I think it adds on to that effect. Um,
Yeah, I kind of got a shitty spot though. Like I literally got the front row.
what you mean?
Like when you walk in and you got those seats all in the back, and then you got those front seats.
You got the front
I
ones.
literally got the closest row because
So you were
everything
like
else
this.
was. Nigga.
I would have walked. I was not gonna lie. The last movie I watched in the front row was Venom, and I legit halfway through that movie, I said, I can't. I said, I'm not even enjoying myself right now. I said, my
Thank
neck
God
hurts.
those seats reclined. Because if it was one of those like seats you had to push back, I think I would have walked out halfway, honestly. And then my neck was already because I kept like trying to get back, and I pushed it as farthest back as I could.
Mm,
But I was just like, you know what, I'm I'm gonna watch this.
that's insane. But
And I'm
yeah,
just like, why the fuck is everybody in this bitch? But then again, I'm like, I'm sure over half these other theaters are taken up because
by
fucking
Wicked.
Wicked's in there. So yeah, but I'm still gonna watch Wicked. I'm just waiting till them theaters clear out,
Yeah, I'm gonna
or
watch it
until
during
I'm
a
in a bigger theater.
matinee.
I'll watch it Christmas. No, Christmas. I'm watching Thanksgiving Day, or probably that Wednesday. Probably that
I would
Wednesday
say
would be
day
the best
before.
day to do it. Wednesday matinee, ain't nobody gonna be in there.
At all.
But that is our review of The Running Man. If you have not seen that movie, go watch it. Um, the theater does add to that effect. I personally don't think you need to see it in theaters, but it's a movie that everyone should watch. Like if you're tired of watching movies trying to make it to that Academy Oscar shit, you just want to watch some action and turn your brain off for a little bit. The Running
Running
Man.
Man.
But next, moving on to the anime space. So recently, My Hero Academia. We know this show has been airing. It's on its last season right now, and the final battle has come to an end.
Yes, sir.
I'm not even gonna hold you as I'm watching this. I'm shedding Doug tears because I'm like, wow, this shit's really ending.
Yep.
And
Two more weeks.
damn near pretty much, yeah. I think
Yeah.
next we're
Two
just
more
closing on
full
like
weeks.
the Todoroki timeline and or timeline family ties, and probably just closing the epilogue right now. But man, that battle, dude. So obviously, spoilers for My Hero. If you have not watched that, A, what are you doing? B, please skip ahead. But man, so at the time we're pretty much gonna talk about like the last 4 episodes because that's all. That's pretty much the ones I've literally
Yeah.
binged before getting on this episode today. But so last 4 episodes is pretty much Midoriya and Shigaraki fighting.
Boxing.
Conclusion: All for One is dead, diminished. He's incinerated. He's
He got
basically
he
disintegrated to a fetus.
yeah, he got blown up by dynamite.
Dynamite. So now it's just the main two going at it, blow for blow. And what threw me off was when Shigaraki damn went in Midoriya and took one of his quirk or one of his
Oh, when he
one
was
of the all
when he
for
was
one
dragging one of the quirks away.
retainers. I'm like, God. I'm like, oh shit, when the fuck he was able to do that shit?
Man, the crazy thing is about Shigaraki is like that nigga was just OP to the very end. Cause even and the crazier thing is when you really see his full backstory. So like when they showed that aspect of showing just how in depth All for One was with orchestrating everything. How did you
Yeah.
feel seeing that? Like, cause you know,
That
cause we already knew like the doctor worked for him and all this other stuff, but just seeing him give him a quirk or change his quirk a little bit, and then all this other stuff. How'd you feel seeing all that?
that shit. So even backtracking to that, so like when they when when Deku goes in his mind and like goes through his memories and like gets to the point where pretty much that core memory that forms Shigaraki we know today,
Mm-hmm.
and then Deku stops him. I'm thinking, okay, well, this is probably gonna be it, right? No,
Hell
then
no.
that nigga All For One's voice started talking. I'm like, what the fuck? And then we start seeing his memories. I'm like, holy shit, because we start seeing the dad, and I'm like, holy shit. I low key thought like, because they're talking, oh, we need another vessel. I was thinking like, if this nigga All For One got this nigga's mom pregnant, I'm like, that is some crazy shit. I'm like, if I find out right now, this nigga Shigaraki is All For One's baby
That would have
bastard
been
son,
that would
I
have been
would have
even
fucking
crazier,
threw the phone. I would have threw the phone. But that shit, I'm like, this nigga is so calculated.
bruh. That's
He
why he.
literally planted the seed. He literally planted the seed so far in advance. Like he was thinking 50 steps ahead while niggas was getting on their first steps.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is so crazy.
that's why he was saying that stuff. During the fight with Bakugo, he was like, look, at this point, everything that should happen, I calculated. The only thing Bakugo was really the one thing that he didn't expect a nigga to come back from the dead. Like that was the one thing out of all his plans and everything. He was like, I have the end goal for everything. He said, but you right here. That's why he was so pissed. He was like, I don't know why this nigga making me so
I'm like,
pissed
this
off.
nigga keeps fucking up my plane.
He said, this roach. He said, this motherfucker won't die.
That's a
Well,
big
that's
little roach.
really, yeah, that's really how you see like how, really how evil this motherfucker
Yes.
is. And then, um, when they finally come out of the memories, because that's one of my favorite sequences, just seeing that backstory. And then in the actual mangas, reading it, that was some wild stuff. Like I was looking at the paper. I was well, not paper, looking at my phone. I was like, oh, he did what?
I can imagine, dude. And then like, yeah, him just coming back and like him just devouring Shigaraki, and
Mm-hmm.
then
Put that hand back on his mouth,
yeah, hand back on his mouth because he was like screaming and stuff. I'm like, holy shit, dude! Like
bro. That
this nigga's evil.
evil. And the craziest thing, bro, when they come out of that, because it shows like more scenes because it shows them as kids falling and all the other stuff. And then they come back to reality. And then you see Deku arms going. When I tell you,
Dude,
bro, when I was reading that, granted, you on your phone, you swipe, so you don't see every page. When I swiped and I saw that boy arms go, I said, oh, I said, where
and
they
when I was
go?
watching that shit and his arms were because obviously his arms were dissipated when Shigaraki was trying to like get to his dad or get to the who was trying to get to the sister because this is when
Yeah,
his quirk unlocked. He disintegrated the dog, and then obviously after that he disintegrates the sister, the father, the family, house, everything. That's when
yeah.
All For One comes in. The rest is history. Deku comes in immediately after the dog dies. And it's like, no, we're stopping this right now. But then that's when like his arms are gone. I'm thinking at least he gonna wake up with the bitches back after that.
That boy woke
No,
up in a pool of blood. I
full of
said,
blood. And I'm sure it was more graphic in the manga than it was what it. And even in the anime,
I was gonna say
all you saw was like that
the
was pretty
anime did it
graphic.
good. The anime did it like I think one for one with how graphic it
Okay,
was because it
that
was
was crazy.
crazy.
I'm seeing this arm. I'm like, yo, this is insane. And then so obviously when that shit happens, when All For One fully takes over Shigaraki's body and goes to like absorb all the quirks. Because at this point, all the retainers for All For One or One For All are in Shigaraki's body. So like
Mhm.
technically he has them. But there's still a little hint left, that ember. that's in Deku that makes him the greatest hero of all time, of this generation, of ever. But that, oh my gosh, like when that shit came in, and then when the tape nigga came in, I don't know, I'm like, what is
Oh,
he? I'm like, oh
Zero.
shit, but in my mind, I'm like, what is he gonna do? And then the sugar nigga came in, and then that tail nigga came in. I'm like, okay, and then it literally was Avengers Endgame all over again. The portals come in, people coming out the woodworks.
They just said we just
Class
gotta
1A,
we just gotta
UA all
slow them
comes in
down.
this bitch just to save Midoriya. That shit was crazy. I'm in my bed just watching this shit. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And they're skating through, like coming through all this stuff. And then when uh Professor Ozawa takes that Erie's horn,
Oh yeah,
and like when they showed the horn, I'm like, there's no way they finna use this. Cause I'm like, this nigga arms gone. I'm like, is he gonna use Black Whip to manifest some arms, nigga? But then I'm like, he ain't got Black Whip, so he is gonna punch him with stuff. And I was like, talk about plot armor. But that was crazy. But finally, All for One is gone. He's dead.
and
Disintegrated.
we got the
And
sky
then we
opened up.
know, because I think what makes Midoriya such a great hero is like when you think someone is unsavable, he digs deeper to what really is the root of that person's trauma. He did it with Shigaraki, and we see at the end he did it with All for One. Where he's like, out of everybody, he was so calculated and just took advantage of everyone, even his brother. But he loved his brother. Like
Yeah,
he didn't. That's why he kept him around, because he was like, I really could just do all this shit by myself, but I don't want to. I want him with me. And when he left, he was trying to fill that hole, and
with a
pretty much
million
ever since
quirks.
then. He said, "What?"
I said he was trying to fill it up with a million quirks.
Yeah,
That's
but
why his whole thought process was like, it was like he loved his brother, but then his also was like he said when he was young, he was like, I own you. It was that sense. So that's why when his brother left, he was like, oh, y'all took one of the first things I owned, so I have to get it
yeah,
back.
yeah, but I literally was in that bed crying, or just like, man, like this is really ending. If I'm crying like this for My Hero Academia, when that One Piece ends, I'm getting teary eyed right now just thinking about that shit. I'm just like, I don't know how I'm gonna react, dude. Like,
Hey man, all I know is when Attack on Titan ended, I remember where I was when I watched that last episode. I remember where I was when I went and watched the movie a year later. I cried both times. I don't care. I cried both times. I was in that bitch, tears running down my face, boy. I said, this is my favorite show,
man,
and it's gone.
this shit means something to me, dude. If when One Piece ends, I'm not gonna be okay. I might be 35 when that happens, but even still, I'm not gonna be okay whenever that day comes,
Nah,
and
but
I know it's coming.
yeah, but My Hero overall, great show. I think Midori is a very good. He's one of the best MCs of recent times. I will say. Um,
Yeah,
I would say a very complete MC from going back from the first episode where he couldn't stop crying. He was always destroying. Well, he still destroys his body now.
yeah.
But that's one thing. Hey, that's one thing about Madura. If he fight, he gonna break every bone
He
in his
gonna pull.
body.
He gonna go 1,000%.
He gonna
He
what
gonna
they
put
say.
his
He going
body on the
he
line.
going plus ultra every time. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah.
What would you say is some of your favorite moments of the season, or not season, but just series as a whole?
Oh, the series as a whole. I think the introduction of Overhaul. That's one of my
That
favorite
was hard.
because that was the first. I think that was the exact. to me that was the time when the tone switch of My Hero changed, where they were like, granted, you knew people fought and they captured villains, but that was like the first time, from what I remember, somebody legit got slatted instantly because they went up to meet Overhaul. Then that one villain who had like the quirk of like you can attract or dispel like with magnetism style. Um, they tried to attract Overhaul and he swung toward and he was like, "What the?" Just slatted them. I was like, "Oh, we slatting people now."
Someone say we're killing niggas.
I said,
Like we're
"Oh."
ending people's lives
I
right
said,
now.
"We're villains for real now." I think that was a good. I think that was a great tone switch. Um, I'm trying to think of the two. The sports festival, obviously, Deku versus Shoto. That was
hmm
crazy. Endeavor against the Nomu. Against that first I forgot the exact title they gave that Nomu. But when he did that prominence burn in the sky,
Oh yeah, that shit was fucking crazy, dude.
yeah. And then Dobby's reveal. Granted, I always knew in the back of my mind that was Endeavor's son, but the when they were at that one battle and Dobby poured the water on his hair and got rid of all the dye, and then he was just like, he was like, "Hey, we about to dance in hell, Dad." I said, "Ooh," I said, "This
Yeah,
motherfucker tough."
that was a big scene for me. I always go back to when Midoriya fought the guy with the muscle quirk, and and that was just
Oh,
like first
muscular.
time doing like the Delaware smash. I think that to me was one of like my favorite. It's like top three moment of what all of my hero for me. I'm just like, because that was my first time, at least me seeing him go from like the person that cries too much to him. Sorry, I was about to
Blush.
sneeze. But from him going from like the crying main character to like, this is my time to save someone in need, and I gotta step up.
Yeah,
And like him doing that shit and blowing that nigga, I was like, yo. And then the way that shit was animated, and you could just feel. I don't know what it is, but it's like with My Hero Academia, it's like every punch you feel that
bro.
shit.
It's weight behind them punches
It's
when they
way
throw them.
behind that. I don't know if he's done any other punch that has come close to that Delaware smash. That had the weight of a 10,000 suns behind that bitch. It was that one. It was this, and then another one was the scene where um I think Mr. Ozawa first got shot because that was when they was like, we need him because if we can get his quirk, we'll be unstoppable. And then when they shot his leg off,
Oh,
I was like, holy shit. I was like, what the fuck? These niggas not playing. When that shit happened. Um, Also, when Lemillion got his power took, but when he still was whooping Overhaul's ass,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
that shit was crazy. I'm like, hey, because for poor Lemillion was kind of annoying to me, but when he was doing that shit, I'm like, I can't hate no more. Like, I'm on Team Night Eye now. Like, I'm like, Deku, you need to step your ass up. Cause this nigga over here,
He might need the.
he might be.
He might need to have been the successor.
Like if the story followed him and not you, ooh wee, dude.
Yeah,
But yeah,
nah.
that shit coming in. But I'm glad, like even during that incident, because I feel like that was an important moment for Deku, because he was like, wow, like this person is actually like cooler than me, and like probably deserves all for one more than I did.
Hmm.
But through the growth, and that was another like through each season, through each moment, Deku just got stronger and stronger and better and better.
Yeah,
And like he never let nothing get too stagnant for him.
yeah, and I
Like he
like
was like,
that.
yeah,
I was gonna say, and I like that they even though it wasn't for every character, for like the main few, which is like
Who was that class
Midoriya.
1A?
Show, yeah. Well, I won't say all of them.
Yeah.
All of them didn't get character development, but the major I would say 80% of them did. It was a few that did it. Like Tail, he didn't get character development. Um, what's Grape Juice? He ain't get
Oh
none.
yeah, he's still a horny ass nigga.
Yeah, but the majority of them did, and I kind of like that seeing like how Shoto changed, how Bakugo changed a lot because he was insane. That saw how they had him muzzled up during the sports festival, but
Yeah,
seeing how he changed and just seeing how their stories progressed through the series. And the craziest thing is all this happened within their first they full first year of school?
I
No, no,
think
no,
at the
no.
end, like
They
when the battle
at
happened,
the end
this
they're
was
in
like
10th
2
grade.
years.
Yeah, at the end I think they're in 10th grade, about to be in 11th technically. But yeah,
Yeah,
bro, imagine being in ninth grade, you fighting, you fighting the you in ninth grade, you fighting Conor McGregor, you fighting Mike Tyson.
oh, that insane, crazy, but masterpiece anime. If I guess if you wanted to call this, if there was a new big three, one has ended. Another is about to end in Demon Slayer in terms of the anime, and then we got JJK still on the come up.
Yeah,
But man, that was a that was a crazy series of episodes like this battle happening. I knew it was gonna be some heat, but I almost and then when All Might was I was ready. I wasn't ready, but I was ready for them to rip that nigga in half.
oh, when
When
All for One had
All for
him
One had him in the air.
and then Bakugo woke up. That's also another one of my favorite because reading, boy, when I tell you, when I read when that boy got slatted by Shigaraki, and you just see him on the ground bleed like blood everywhere, and he got that All Might because they showed the All Might card next to him. I said, they really killed my boy.
Bro, I was because for those of them, I was texting feet air all this part as I'm watching this, all this shit. If I'm making him relive his trauma, because I'm witnessing this shit firsthand. So I'm just like, bro, they really killed this nigga. Then you got the ninja nigga stitching him up. Best Genius trying to keep him alive. Although shout out Best Genius, because from start, he never as snark as he was to Bakugo, he knew he was special and he never gave up on dude. And it took Bakugo basically dying and coming back to life to realize that for Best Genius that Best Genius looked out for that nigga.
In fact, I will say this is my one last little bit about my hero. I will say one thing that I wished he did more. They did more. The author is use what is his name? The one with the wind quirk.
Oh yeah. Because he went to that
Because
other high school, right?
yeah, because like they showed him obviously during the hero license stage, and then they showed
Mm-hmm.
that backstory of like, oh, he didn't like how Endeavor was talking to him or how Shoto treated him when he was like younger. So he was like, nah, I'm gonna go to other schools so I can compete against you. And then nothing else happened after that. And I was like, granted, you didn't have to go deep into that story, but I felt like that would have been a good little side thing to have him more
Yeah.
relevant and more around when stuff goes on. But that's one of my few critiques, if any.
Yeah, he was like one of my favorite characters when he came out. I'm like, damn, this nigga tough. Or like he's one of those like loud, boisterous type people, but he's strong as shit. Like like back up what he say. People
Hmm.
wasn't fucking with him. But moving on to another show we've been watching. Probably the scariest show on TV right now. Welcome to Derry. It's
Oh
only been
man.
4 episodes right now. It is Sunday, so they are releasing episode 5 tonight. But so far, these last four, dude. So, some more context on this show in terms of what's happened so far. Because I think last time we talked was I've only seen episode
Episode.
1, but 2 episodes came out, so we're 2 episodes in. But we have the new Losers Club right now. They get a first uh, glimpse at Pennywise at it in his clown form, but we don't see the clown. I don't think we're gonna see it in his full clown form until probably tonight. Honestly,
Yeah, I was gonna say I think there's gonna be tonight. If it's not tonight, it's definitely next week. But on the preview stuff, when they were talking about like future like things to see, it definitely showed his clown form in full effect. So I think it's gonna be tonight. And one thing I will say about this show is, one, we've said it before, it's definitely more graphic than I thought it was gonna be. Um, it's definitely more wild than I thought it was gonna be. And Pennywise, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. I used to talk shit about you because oh man, you moving like a demon, boy.
bro, this nigga's
Because
moving like prime Miami LeBron in the finals.
bro, because back you already know how for people that watch the show before, I always say about Pennywise. I said, bro, I could just roast him and I'll be fine. Nope, that roasting ain't gonna work. If you don't got the
Well,
shiny, the
it might
shine,
work, but you don't know. They don't know that, and it took years
yeah,
for some other grown losers
took
for them to
20 years
realize
from
that.
now. And because they don't even the one from 20 years from now, they don't beat them.
No,
It took another 20 years after that. So 40 years, pretty
and
much.
even I'd have to rewatch it chapter 2, but like I feel like they found that out on accident.
They did. I think they had
Because
one of the
they wouldn't have beat him then if they didn't find that out on accident.
yeah. So it's
He still
insane
would have
how
just
he's
kept going.
moving.
Or he probably would have got hurt, but I'm like, you know what? I got you. I'm gonna see y'all in another 27. I have a blessed day.
Yeah. And then the latest episode, because it was episode 4. We see why is my mind going blank with the cast name?
Leroy.
Not Lee. Well, that was one crazy thing
Yeah.
when they were fishing and he grabbed Mike. No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, Mike's father, because this is Mike's father. So
yeah,
in the
Will.
show, that's his name ain't Mike.
His name is Will, right?
Will. Currently looking this up. Cast names. Yeah, Will.
Okay. Yeah, when he grabbed Will and dragged him under the
Oh,
water,
that was scary, dude.
that was wild. Because and then he even changed up the line because everybody knows Pennywise thing is like you'll float too. That boy Pennywise said you'll burn too. I said, oh, I said we changed it a lot. I said you're angry. So that was crazy. Um, when I'm trying to pull up his name is when Halloran, because this was I think the third episode when Halloran was when we were in the helicopter
Yeah.
and it saw him, and then he pretty much went back to the general. Was like, I don't think he was like, I don't think it was supposed to know that we are looking for it.
No, he wasn't because it is the only person outside of Halloran that they have that same shining ability where they can pretty much see in the future and like see dead people and all this other shit. So it's like and that was probably Dick Halloran's first time experiencing that. It had to have been because
Yeah, it
no
was.
one else has that ability or was able to pull that on him. So when that shit happened to him, you could even see the fear in his eyes when he was in its realm.
Yeah,
He's like, "Oh shit! Like that was not supposed to happen." He was like, "That was not supposed to happen." We're stuck,
yeah.
and then we're pretty much jumping around between episode 3 and 4. But one other thing that stuck out to me. So when Leroy's wife Charlotte goes to
Who?
see Hank in
Hold
prison.
on.
Black women are beautiful, but let me refocus.
Okay, you continue.
Traditional.
Traditional.
I'd go to war for that too. I'm not gonna lie to
What?
you. But anyway, let's get back on track. Let me refocus. So that scene when he goes to see Hank, Ronnie's father in prison,
Mm-hmm.
and tries to get him to fish out, like, okay, clearly you weren't at home, but you weren't
Yeah.
in
What
the
were you
field. Like,
doing?
where were you? And when I find out, or when he reveals, like, basically he was with a white woman, I'm like, oh, yeah, you might want to. Because even before, I'm like, why doesn't he just say where he really was at? Like, it can't be that bad. Yeah, it's
Oh, it's
that bad.
that bad.
It's that bad. That's worse than Shawshank. They will lynch that nigga.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he even says that. And you can see the fear in his eyes when he said that. And it's just like, and I'm just like, this is a tangent, but do you know how bad that bitch has to be for me to basically risk my life? I'm risking my life to go see you in this time. She has to be a 20 out of 10 white bitch for me to risk my black ass life to go do this nut shit. I understand at this point in time, my wife is gone. She's dead. Died in childbirth. I understand that. But still, we're still in pre-civil, we're in civil rights era. We're in Jim Crow era. We're
Yeah.
in Derry. Ain't no niggas here
In the
outside of
middle of nowhere.
the fucking outside of Halloran and Mike's family tree. I'm just like, because I was literally thinking about this other day. I'm like, do you know how bad that woman has to be for me to risk my life to go
Every,
see that, to go fuck
you
with
risking
that?
everything.
And I'm like, if you messing with some slaw, shame on you. Shame on you. that
And
that's probably the wrong takeaway to have, but that was one of my takeaways. I'm watching that, so I'm like, dude, you know how fucking. I'm just like, she has to either be like some high ranking, has to, because
bro,
what are you doing?
when he said it, I was like, okay, a white woman. He said somebody's wife. I said, oh, because didn't they say it was
I
somebody's
didn't
wife?
hear that part, but now that changes things because
Did they
now
say
she
it was?
has to
I
be a
don't.
wife of someone important.
So I thought it. I felt like they said. I may be misspeaking. I may be misspeaking right now. But in my mind, he said it was somebody's wife, and then I thought he said it was a white woman. But it may have just been a white woman in general. Regardless,
We know
regardless,
she's white,
yeah, regardless
but
of if it's somebody's wife or not,
could you imagine if it was like the commissioner's wife getting piped down by a fucking nigga?
or like, don't they got a mayor?
Oh, have we seen the mayor yet?
Wasn't the old dude that walked up on the police chief at the in the bar? Was that the mayor? He was kind of old though. I don't know if he
No,
was a
I thought those were just like random citizens. They're just like
nah.
that was
They
just
were
heckling them.
something because he was like because when he told the police chief he was like hurry it up, and then the police chief was like that's not how the law works. And he was like, well, remember we can remember you can have that seat next year, or we can find somebody else. Or he said something of that effect. So he may have not been a mayor, but he's somebody that who's important.
Mm. I just thought it was like citizens of Derry, and they were just like, well, we can just vote you out, or we can find somebody that's gonna get these niggas out of here. But that. I'm still stuck on that dude. I'm like, bro, you're risking your life for some fucking raw chicken, nigga. Anyway,
But
so we have that plot going on. So now Charlotte pretty much knows that, and it's like, okay, well, I don't want him to go to Shawshank, but I don't want him to get lynched. So there's that plot line going on. And then now Leroy and Will are both having experiences of Pennywise, which makes Will, because we know Will Oh, not Will. Well, we are
Leroy.
now revealed that Will's biggest fear is like his what happened to his father
Yeah.
after that plane crash. So when Pennywise basically pulls him in the water and we see that, that's what Will thinks happened to him in his mind,
And the
which it'll
crazy
probably
thing
give you
is, doesn't I guess this is spoiler, but at the same time, it's like they show it in the second it when they go through memories. Doesn't Will die by a fire?
yeah, like
Okay.
him and I'm assuming him and Ronnie get married and that's how we get Mike, but
They
yeah.
don't get married.
Oh.
I don't know which she died, but bro, the crazy thing about this show is like, majority of the cast is gonna die because the majority of them aren't in the next stuff. They might be like they're referred to as like cousins, uncles, and stuff, but quite a few of them are dead by that time. So I'm sorry if that's a spoiler to some of y'all, but majority of people ain't making it out of the show.
Also, I'm also interested to learn because we see like its origin again in the series and like why he's stuck in. Well, now we know he's stuck in there. Like why he hasn't left there. It's not because he
Yeah,
doesn't want to leave. It's
they
because he
got that
can't.
barrier put up with the pieces of the star.
Right. So we learned that, and then I also thought it was kind of funny slash interesting. Like obviously during that time, you had the native tribes and their biggest fear obviously was the settlers. So it was just pulling up as like fucking evangelists and shit.
Bro,
To imagine nigga pop up and just put Christ on their ass and nigga scared.
bro, the crazy thing is during that flashback when they were like, yeah, they pretty much like, yeah, we told the white people not to go over there, and they still went. They said we told them not to go to that part of the woods.
Look what happened.
How do you feel about Marge's character? Marge is the girl with the glasses, who's
I
I won't even say friends with Lily. She's an
yeah.
associate because me personally, I know I asked you the question. Me personally, she's so annoying.
I just one of those things where it's just like, and this is like annoying, but I'm just like, she's not a good friend at all. But Lily is just so desperate for a friend, or was outside of that, and like we know she don't want to go back to Juniper Hill, which is where she
Boy,
finna end up going to after this shit that happened. Well, Pennywise ain't shit.
bro,
He's like moving like fucking all for one. Like he knew this shit was gonna happen, calculated. He knew exactly to the time when them niggas was gonna bust through them doors, or somehow he was gonna get what he wanted either way. He's like, okay, either I'm gonna get me a little snack in March, or I'm gonna set this other bitch up and I'm gonna set this other bitch up, and I'm gonna get all their friends later. I.e., I win.
yeah. The crazy thing is that scene made me so I wanted to vomit, bro. I don't know. It's
That
something
shit was
like
nasty.
it's certain things like I can handle most shit, but when it come to like eyes or like a knee, I don't know why, but like knees, eyes or a knee, oh, I'd be like, oh, and seeing her eyes
Bro.
like protrude out, and then she went to that buzz saw. I said,
Oh, that shit was fucking crazy. And then they didn't block it either. She literally went to that. I was like, yo. And then she was about to fucking end it all.
she was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's some crazy stuff.
My God. That
I
was,
am
I'm like, I said, what peak this was. I'm like, Pennywise ain't shit, dog. Pennywise ain't shit. That's fucking nasty. But I feel like he just getting started. Like,
he gotta
we
be.
ain't even seen the shit yet in terms of this season he about to get into.
I want to see what he do when the military pull up on him because one, my thing is like, what is their plan? If like, okay, this, for before like the actual all this stuff happens, this is something that induces fear. and you're gonna and you that's why you brought Leroy on to capture whatever this you don't even know what it is. But now if you know it induces fear, are you only gonna send Leroy to this one spot? Because at that point, if you send 40 soldiers with guns, aren't they all gonna get induced by fear? Are y'all stupid? We know you are, but what are we talking about?
Also, I also think that is like a very crazy like alt. Like the nigga experienced so much trauma in that accident, like it just destroyed his fear inhibitor or whatever that shit is in his brain. So like anytime he's supposed to feel fear, he just doesn't. Like even in the scene where he saves Will from it, and they see the red balloon. Like I'm thinking because when I'm watching that first, I'm like, oh, maybe he is finally feeling fear. But I'm like, no, that's just confusion. Like
Yeah,
he's not scared. He's just trying. His mind is trying to calculate what he's seeing right now because what he's seeing doesn't make
doesn't make
sense.
sense.
And
Yeah.
same towards the end of that episode when he sees the red balloon and sees
Oh,
he
in the
doesn't see
tree?
it. Yeah, it
No,
just goes in
he
the
doesn't
street
see it. He goes. Will sees it. Then he goes outside. He does that yelling, and then he goes to the. He hears a noise, and he looks at the tree, and he sees a red balloon sitting there stuck in the tree.
again. It's like, bro, and then he feels that same feeling he got when obviously when they went fishing, and when they was on that ship with Halloran, which
Yeah,
then Leroy confronts Halloran, and then Halloran's like, "Oh, you've seen him too."
yeah. I think another thing that's funny with Halloran is like when he first went to their crib, and he was talking about like, well, Leroy, you don't feel fear, so I'm gonna be honest, I don't fuck with you. He said, you don't feel fear. You're not somebody I want to be around. I thought that was a very interesting interaction. But I am interested to see how Pennywise or how far he goes with like it's trying to confuse Leroy. I wonder if he's gonna try to go to the point where he's like, I'm gonna find out a way to make you scared, or if he's just gonna like just try to kill him at the next opportunity.
Yeah. Well, I guess spoiler. We know he survives because he's in the first It movie.
Oh, he is. I forgot.
But then I'm like, does he know? Well, he had to have. Because unless you leave Derry, once you leave Derry, you forget. Or it has like this, pretty much like this hex or mind, kind of similar to Wanda with the hex. Like he has this mind control over he got mind
Mind
control over
control.
Debo.
I was about to say that. He got mind control over Debo. It was in Friday.
Oh shit. That nigga got mind control over Debo. So like once they leave Derry, they forget everything. But when you come back, then somehow it remembers, which is how we see Frank, or I
The
hope
general.
I didn't say that backwards, but like when Frank Shaw, the military nigga, comes back and sees his friend,
Yeah,
what's her
the
name?
Native American woman. I forgot
Yeah,
her. Let me see. Rose.
Rose. When she sees Rose, and it's like, oh, like I thought you would have forgot about me, and she was like, well, I did until I came back,
Literally.
and it's all unlocked,
All roads
which
lead to
makes
Derry.
sense because you got people seeing all this shit and experience all this shit in Derry. I'm sure if somehow people leave, you don't want nobody snitching on his ass. And then you got more niggas coming here.
Yeah, nah. I, what what would you do in that like that universe? Like imagine could you imagine if we was in Derry, you and me?
We would have to worry about more shit than fucking a clown trying to kill us for one. Two, oh my god, I don't even know. I'd had to make sure I'm not having a circle of like more than four niggas. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like either me camping in or like y'all as my LBs. That's no greater than that shit, dog. And even that is like too many people, or just like people we know we got each other because you cannot move big like that, especially in Derry, because everybody knows everybody. One, that's how small the town is. Two, you got a fucking demonic clown with his tentacles all over the city. You see a fucking red balloon. Then he got people uh going crazy, and it basically has the power to warp reality.
Yeah.
So, which is what happened with the Marge shit, which is how she still gets her eyes fucked up because she actually cut her eyes because her eyes were looking like that. So I'm just like, oh my god, I don't know, dude. That's why I'm surprised at how Leroy made it this long. I'd literally have to get on that happy drug to give myself the power of not having no fear.
They were popping perks.
Well, when that perk went in the toilet, I'm like, oh shit. But then another thing is, this is the last thing we can move on to like a little redacted. But so in the bathroom when Marge was going through her little episode with it,
Mm-hmm.
do you think the perk would have worked if she took it
Like
then?
she not see. Well, I felt like
Because I
I
feel
feel
like
like
that point would have been too late.
the only thing Lily saw was like only thing Lily saw really I felt like was her obviously just stabbing her eye out. I don't think she saw her when her eyes were actually protruded out. So
Mm.
I think it wouldn't have, well, I think it would have stayed helped Lily barely. I think she still would have reacted the same way because obviously she was trying to kill herself. So she was just trying to stop her. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I don't know. That made me think about that. But anywho, welcome to
What
Derry.
one last thing
Go
before we
ahead.
I saw this. I've been seeing this post people talking about like who could beat it, like what characters, and they're naming like random characters. And so some of the characters they said was for people that could beat Pennywise. They said Mary Poppins. Then they said Cat in the Hat.
I forgot what Mary Poppins like ability was out of flying on the fucking.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I seen a breakdown. Somebody said she's very similar, if not the same, like race as what Pennywise is. But instead of feeding off fear, she feeds off like happiness or like or like some laughter.
mm,
But some of the things that happen is the same. Like when kids leave, like her care or whatever, they kind of forget. They knew they have a nanny, but they don't really remember that much about her. Some other stuff.
it'll happen. Yeah, that makes sense. Hmm. I don't know, man. Cat in the Hat, crazy dude. Cat
Cat
in
in
the
the
Hat
Hat
would put
insane.
Bill. I feel like Cat in the Hat would put Bill to ass. You gotta fight crazy with crazy. Like Mary Poppins, she might have like the same sort of like her and it might have the same size fuel tank, but they ain't got the same driver. So I feel like Cat in the Hat, he can match that kind of crazy that Pennywise got, and it probably be a better fight, honestly. But
Yeah. You know what I think would be a sleeper? Bugs Bunny. I think Bugs. I think Bugs will put Pennywise in a blender. I think if you let Bugs lock in, I think he gonna make Pennywise like put it up.
that is a good answer. Nobody from the Scooby-Doo gang, boy, Pennywise would have a field day with them niggas.
A Scooby Doo game. Oh, boy, they're not making it out of a single night. That boy, that boy Scooby gonna say,
Wait, hold on.
"Ruh-roh."
If you
And Pennywise gonna
if
say,
you drop if you drop like the Scooby Doo gang in Derry, do you think they're uncovering this secret, or like, do you think they're beating Pennywise?
"They not beating Pennywise, bro." I think the
I don't know, though. That's Scooby Doo in Derry.
nah. I don't think he do it, bro. I don't know. I think that might be too big a challenge.
Well, I'm talking about like the whole group, like Fred, Daphne, Velma, all Shaggy, all of them. Like
Okay.
they go into there. Pretty much, it's an episode where they go into Derry and they're uncovering the secrets of Derry. Pretty much, they're the losers club, and they
I
go
think they can
fight in
uncover it,
Pennywise.
but one of them is for sure getting slatted. One of them for sure getting slatted, and I think it would be either. I think it might be either Scooby or Velma.
That's crazy. We got to ask that to the group or ask that to the audience. Like, let us know. Let us know who y'all think would beat Pennywise, and let us know if y'all think the Scooby-Doo gang would beat Pennywise in the chat below. We're gonna move on to Like It, Love It, Redacted, where we name rumors, headlines, things of that nature we see and talk about if we like, love, or redacted. So moving on to the first one. The live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Roman movie is no longer happening. Illa Neisler, who was, I guess, who directed Nobody, was in talks to direct the film.
Hmm.
So, do we like, love, or redact this news?
I'm gonna just say I don't even know. I'll say like. I'm only saying that because I feel like they should make this a animated one.
I feel what you're saying. I mean, I hate that it's not happening anymore, but I agree that it probably would be better as an animated film, and they'd have a lot more creative freedom to do what they want in this movie. So, I don't think it's not happening forever because that's just a cash cow ready for Paramount to jump on. But the medium has to be right. So
Yeah.
they're probably just gonna retool it and come back again later. So Brendan Fraser confirms he is returning for a new Mummy movie. He says, quote, I've been waiting 20 years for this call. Now it's time to give the fans what they want. We like, love, or redact the coming of the Mummy again. This is like the third time trying to bring this franchise back. At least they're doing it right. They're getting the original cast back. You know, maybe another Scorpion King.
I want to say redact. Just because it's like I don't even have a reason. I just want to say redact. Honestly, if they actually do go through and making it, I know he's saying they're hard, but if it does fully go through, I'm gonna watch it. I like Mummy, but I'm gonna say redact for right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say I like this. My next question to you is: so I don't know if you were privy to this, but like Universal, they're trying to like make their own monster verse for the longest, and it started with the Wolfman. Well, it really started with Dracula Untold. So like they've had all these like monster single movies, and they tried to tie it all together with the Mummy, the one with it's that Scientologist Tom Cruise, with him in there, and there because there was a scene where they show there's Russell Crowe's in the movie, but he plays Dr. Jekyll and Hyde,
Hmm.
and it's like these scenes where he's this room where there's all these uh callbacks to these different monsters in these different movies, and they were trying to like basically make a Monsters Avengers movie, whatever, like a shared universe. So part of me thinks Universal's still trying to do that again because obviously they have the Invisible Man, they just made the Wolfman again, and now they're bringing the Mummy back with Brandon Fraser. Do you think they're gonna try that again, or
Hell no. Everything don't
it's
gotta
not
be a
gonna
beat
work
up.
if you don't have Frankenstein? Frankenstein is the face of the
Yeah.
universe of the MCU.
And we just got like 3 Frankenstein movies at once this year. I still need
Yeah,
to see both of them. No, it's 2, but I still need to see both of them.
me too. But yeah,
But no, because
moving on.
that's like how who is it that's trying to make the Dead by Daylight
Oh, I
movie?
think I seen that. I don't remember who it is, but I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, they're already trying to do a monster. Because Dead by Daylight, for people who don't know, is a video game where you have different slashers and monsters and creatures and stuff in there, and you have to pretty much sort of make it through the game through a certain time. But
Hmm.
that's a side tangent. But no, they don't need to make a monster movie first.
Yeah, I agree. So moving on, Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan are teaming up to bring the story of Mansa Musa, who in the time period was worth equivalent to $400 billion and was the richest man in history. They're planning to bring his story to the big screen. Do we like, love, or redact this rumor if it's true? Because this is being reported from Rap House TV, which take that with what you may. But
I would say, I'll say love. I just want to know. I would just want to know who's playing Mansa Musa, because it can't be Michael B. Jordan. And I'm not saying that in the sense of like I don't think he's a good actor. So it's just he can't be Michael B. Jordan. You need somebody that I don't think he looked like him from all the depictions they got of how Mansa Musa looked.
yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say it because we're all thinking it. It can't be no light skinned ass thing. We
Yeah,
cannot have another Aaron Pierre situation. It's got to be a black ass thing. And then I'm looking him up right now. He don't look like Michael B. Jordan personally, but I can see them doing some shit like that. Honestly, he could be in the movie. He just not he cannot be Mansa Musa, or he could
yeah.
be his friend, his homeboy that helps him get there.
But they can
No,
make Yahya Abdul Mansa Musa. There you go, Ryan Coogler. I gave you a layup. Go get him.
yeah. But I also love this as well. And if this is true, we need more stuff like this, like just movies. And I feel like Ryan Coogler. I know Ryan Coogler wants to break out of just being the black director typecast, but he's
Yeah,
the person that can make movies like this that push black media that isn't just slave shit
yeah,
with Sinners, Black Panther, other stories that basically span on like just the black super sci-fi world, the fantasy world, not the trauma world back then. So I'm excited for this whenever that does happen because I know it's going to be a great movie and it's gonna break all kinds of records.
yeah.
We'll do one more. So a new live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot is in the works. Sonic producer Neil H. Mortons
I saw
will
this.
produce this film, with Paramount wanting to quote Sonicify the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle franchise. Do we like, love, or redact this news?
I
I'm
say
gonna say
redact. I say redact because of that quote sounds stupid to me. Sonic 5, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The reason it sounds stupid to me is because one, if you want to say Sonic 5, which I guess you want to say make more, I don't even want to say make more goofy, because that's, to me, that's not what Sonic 5 is. Sonic 5 is like, well, yeah, it's goofy slash friendly action. But in saying that, you already have mutant mayhem going on. Which,
I was
if you
gonna
want
say
to
that.
say that, if you want to take that route, then I would say that's already Sonic 5. because you have Mutant Mayhem. They already have a special that's going to come out, I think, in Christmas time. I know it's within the next few weeks, and they're supposed to have the next movie that comes out for it anyway, because they had the TV show as well. So you already have that one, and it's good. It's not like it's bad. It's actually very good.
Yeah,
So to say you want to make a live action that's Sonic-fied, are you saying they look accurate live action? Like, are the
that's what
designs
I
going to be
took from
better?
that.
If
That's what
if
I
you
took
mean
from that
that, then
personally.
yeah, because I mean the 2017? That was the last live action.
Yes, Out of the Shadows.
Yeah, if it's 20, whatever the last live action Out of the Shadows was, I mean they're
Yeah,
giant
yeah,
fucking turtles.
2016, but pretty
Yeah,
much.
they're giant freaking turtles, bro. They look to me they looked
There's
okay.
only
They did
so much
they
like
yeah
sonifying you can do to that where
before it looks like a
it's
cartoon is
ridiculous.
on your
Like
screen
it's
with
a
you.
ridiculous concept.
Yeah,
Unless you got these niggas in fucking costumes like they had in the originals, which we know how that we already heard the horror stories for the actor that was playing in those shit. It was awful.
yeah.
So
So
unless you got these people in like a mix of practical costumes mixed with CG, like how they are doing the thing for Fantastic Four, just hang and you already said it beautifully, Fee. We already got Mutant Mayhem in that series in itself. Come on,
yeah,
man. Money. Money, 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 money.
boy, bro, it's crazy that you say that. This is a very very short tangent. I was that was it Animaniacs? They have a Hulu. They have like Hulu episodes now, and I saw somebody post a clip because they talked about how Moana is doing the live action, and they were like, Moana hasn't even been out for like 10 years. It's only been
Yeah.
out for I think maybe five. I don't even think maybe five. However long it's been out. But somebody was like, "Why are they doing a live action?" And then somebody posted a Animaniacs clip, and in that clip, it's funny. It was talking about how like it was talking about how um production studios and stuff reuse. They're like rinse, repeat, reuse. Just talking about like remakes, and it was funny because if you know Animaniacs, they be singing and they're like goofy as hell. So it was just funny seeing them on there like talking about like rinse, repeat, reuse on like and they're like, what happens when you can't come up with real ideas? Rinse, repeat, reuse. I was like, all right, bro. That's another thing. That Moana live action,
I
nah,
didn't see the trailer.
I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna watch a live action of Moana. A cartoon version was good enough.
Exactly. With that being said, we're gonna move on to the infamous redacted get in our bag segment. Big, please drop that music.
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, yeah, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, yeah, bag of big bag.
So I'm sure everyone on this internet has already seen people's takes on the infamous question of who are you battling from the five teenage out of the five teenage Teen Titans cast. This is not Teen Titans Go. This is Teen Titans, the early 2000s series with Robin, Cyborg, Starfire, Raven, and Beast Boy. If you had to fight one of them for $1 million, who are you choosing?
For $1 million.
A
I'll be
hundred million. Sorry, $100
a
million.
100 million. Do I have any prep, or it's just like I just see them and we running a fade immediately?
You have a month to prep.
I have a month to prep.
Yes.
That's crazy. I, give me a gun. That's all I need. Um, I'll be honest. I'm not fighting Robin, not fighting Raven, not fighting Starfire. Those three off my list. So all I got was Beast Boy and Cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
I think I will have to run the fade with Beast Boy.
Thank you.
I would
Face
have to run the fade with
you.
Beast Boy only because I feel like Teen Titans Beast Boy. I feel like a lot of times I won't say he hesitates, but a lot of times I feel like he doesn't always choose the right animal to change into on the initial fight. So I'm gonna be bet. That's the only bet and variable I got. Cause I punch Cyborg in the face. I'm punching metal. Like he do got that one piece of regular face, but he turned metal, arm metal. Like I'm not punching a metal steel beam. I'm running the fade with Beast Boy. If he turned into an elephant, well, shit, I better dodge. Um, I'm gonna have to run that fade, and he better not turn into no bird, or else he gonna be barbecue chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, me personally, because I went through the similar process of elimination. Let me just share the screen for the audience, but pretty much. So it's like for me, my process of elimination was just I'm not fighting Starfire. Well, first I'm not fighting Raven, and I damn sure not fighting Starfire. So it's like those two I'm not fighting, and I'm not fighting Cyborg off the strength of he has blast. If he uses that arm can on me, I'm a donut,
Incinerated.
incinerated. So it's for me, it was down to either Robin or Beast Boy, and I'm like, Robin. No, what made it was really a toss up between Robin and Beast Boy. I ended up leaning Beast Boy because I'm like, okay, well he's not as mentally unhinged as Robin. But if I had to fight Robin, I would off the strength like I know he's crazy, but he's still just human. Like I know what I can get with that. I know he's gonna fuck me up, but Robin, like I could just recover from the hospital. Starfire, if I'm getting incinerated, we not even gonna talk about what Raven gonna do to my ass.
Raven gonna say, I don't even remember the fucking words she used to say. She gonna say, "It's Van Ghoul,
As
boy.
a
You
rat.
gonna be a donut. You gonna be a fucking rat on the ground."
Yeah. So it's either Beast Boy or Robin for me personally, and I think those are the only two answers that make logical sense.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to fight a demon, an alien, uh, the Terminator, a master assassin, or the green boy?
Yeah. Give me the green boy, and I'm a live with my test. I'm like, I don't. Cause, and another thing is, at least this Beast Boy, he doesn't understand the true extent of his powers. Because he can transform into anything. We see in his comic book run, he transforms into fucking Starro and he takes over the whole planet.
I would say, yeah,
But
he don't know that yet.
he's not doing that. He's at
He restricted right
most
now to elephant, gorilla, snake, bird, and
Tiger.
then yeah, tiger. And I think one time I feel like he turned into a T-Rex one time, but I feel like that was later on.
Exactly. Like T-Rex, like, okay, well, I'm just gonna just had to
I'm
deal
a
with that, I
dodge, bro.
guess. But at least like with Robin, like, okay, well, the only thing he really got is his tools.
Yeah,
But
bro. He getting mixed up.
did you also have a get our bag question?
Yes, my getting our bag question is my getting my okay. So for for my getting our bag question is, the premise is you have to go into a battle, right? Like a war. So you can take any animal or bug into this fight, and whatever you choose will either shrink or grow into the size of a horse. What animal or bug are you bringing into battle with you?
So
So
either
that just
bring an
so
animal.
premise. If you said I want to take a whale in the battle, it's gonna shrink down to the size of a horse. If you say I want to take an ant in the battle, it's gonna grow to the size of a horse.
A praying mantis.
Hmm. Okay.
Praying mantis.
I was thinking if I had to go to war, I think I would take like a honey badger.
Oh, them niggas is dangerous, dude.
Them
A
niggas are
horse-sized honey
insane.
badger. Them niggas are ruthless. Them niggas are straight goons. The only reason I'm using praying mantis is off the strength, like, okay, well, it can lift, what was it, like 4 times its body weight. It's basically a walking kung fu master, and it's like, ain't nobody really getting close to that shit.
Facts. That's a walking like a Gundam.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had to take a bug, it would probably be like a rhino beetle or something. I feel like that would be a crazy tank.
Yeah, there ain't nothing. Either that or a bullet ant.
That would be crazy.
That was a good one. We are now going to move on to our final segment, our redacted rule for the show. My redacted rule for the show is it's Thanksgiving this week. That's crazy saying that out loud. But spend time with family, eat some good food, and just give thanks. You know, where you're at right now, you prayed to be at back then. So just give thanks, spend time with family, and do not be afraid to eat down on some good shit. And if your family can't cook, bless your heart.
My redacted rule this week is support your friends. Unless it's just something outlandish and wild that you morally wouldn't support. But I say support your friends. You see them post something, go ahead and like it. It don't mean you gotta comment 40 different things.
Stop being stingy with the likes.
I won't even say stop being stingy. I'd say one thing that's very prevalent, even though people always talk about it, but it's prevalent, is I feel like a lot of people feel like they're in competition. They're in fake competitions with each other, which doesn't make sense to me because, one, if you're thinking about monetary stuff, money isn't real. Like, money's not real. So, and then at the same time, if you are in competition, wouldn't you want the people you call your friends to be growing and advancing and having opportunities just as much as you want them? So
exactly.
I don't know. It's not weird, but I feel like people try to make it weird.
That shit's weird, dude.
It's like support your friends, give them a like. If you don't want to repost their stuff, that's fine. I understand. I don't repost everything. I'm adamant. I've said that many times. I said if I personally don't enjoy something, I more than likely would not repost it, but I'll still like it. Like, I'll support you, but I may not repost it. But at the same time, I'm gonna still support the stuff you do. It's just stop acting like people got to stop acting like they're on some high horse, bro. It's social media. I don't know anybody who says I'm about to go on a 10. I don't know anybody who says that they're just like, oh yeah, I want to do this 9 to 5 thing for the rest of my life. No, if you do, that's great for you. It's not for me, buddy. It's good right now, but at the same time, it's like if you see somebody working towards some, put in effort or something, give them a like. You'll more than likely make their day because they'll be like, oh, my friends support me. They see what I'm actually doing. But that is my redacted rule for the day. Support your friends.
With that being said, thank you guys for supporting us with episode 107. This has been your boy, Dana Dane.
Been your boy, Wafik.
And we out.
Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in and ask my crew. Yeah, I'm step with a fat, keep it all of the hoes on mute. Pull up park, could be yellow in a brew. 48 for a quick burst. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cube. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cup. Chris make juice, it'll drop like 8. Chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came
cones white like pink. My hoe by the hoe cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on the whole my payroll. I get active and